Hey guys, this is Bumblebee85 coming at you with another video review. I am finally doing another Mcfarlane figure here. This is the new release from Mcfarlane. It's the only Spawn figure that we've gotten in quite a long time. He's been at a little loss of exactly what to do with figures and stuff. But he's come out with this new color top idea. I'll try and explain that to you in a minute, but I was able to pick this guy up at my local Freakshow Comics here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and I'll have their information at the bottom in the description so that you can actually go and find these yourself, because I have been unable to find these in any of the stores around here, Walmart's or Toys R Us's, and I know there is a Toys R Us exclusive that has the hamburger face on. So I walked in, and for $25, which is probably no more than what the stores would be selling him for anyway. So this is a look at the packaging. Go to your Freakshow Comics, pick him up. And if you can't find them anywhere, but yeah, there's not much to the packaging. Little artwork on the front there, wraps around the side. Now, with these color top boxes, Mcfarlane thinks it's a great idea that each wave of figures that he puts out comes in a different color top. Right now, I've even seen red tops. These are blue tops. I don't know. They're definitely not going in the order of the dots on this logo here, so I'm not sure what they're trying to do. And it says there's 9 new figures. They're not all Spawn. This is Spawn out of the packaging. Like I said, Freakshow Comics available there. Check that out. Link in the description. Here's a few accessories that he does come with. He comes with this rocket launcher shotgun missile launcher type weapon. I've never seen a weapon like this before, except for maybe in a Titanfall game or so. It's a new weapon to me. I don't know what it's to be exactly, but it's got great detail, like all of Mcfarlane's machinery that he gives Spawn or other characters. It's got the silver gunmetal. It's even got some black wash on the tip here of the rocket. I'm going to try and stay in focus here, sorry. Got some brown in there. The lever. Yeah, that's the weapon. It's one of the weapons. We also get this pistol launcher, almost like there's some big bullets or in the chamber there. It's nice blackish wash to this one. Again, good detail. Throughout the gun itself. Some gold bits of highlights in there. The sight and everything. And he does come with this Spawn stand with one little peg with some brick on there. It's flat black with the Spawn traditional logo there. Nothing special about that except for displaying. So let's move those to the side. Let's give Spawn a 360 here. Detailing, his chain is a softer plastic. Not like traditional Spawns back in the day. They used to be actual metal link chain. I like the cape, how it droops down on the bottom there. It's a nice wash throughout the cape. And so the collar extends out there. He's got this bullet tied around him. Let's bring him in for a closer look. Here's his head sculpt. Nice green eyes shining off the light like that. grid head sculpt. Nice black used for the body. Nice red. There's a wash to all the red. The snaps have some nice gold painted on. The spikes are really spiky. They are very sharp, pointy, very pointy, all the spikes. The chain even ends up getting glued to the back of his leg. It's supposed to be glued there. There, and actually on the bottom of his foot also it's glued or pegged in there, so it's not meant to be displayed or moved around or anything like that. This is loose. You might be able to get it off, but for displaying purposes you're not going to want to. The cape is glued on there too also. It cannot be removed. It is plugged into the back there. You might be able to get it off, but then you're going to see some seams. There's a seam running around here with some glue guck in there for the top of his head. The whole head the collarbone part must have been glued on. But the white, there's no bleeding with the black and the white. That's traditional Spawn look. There's one club foot. There's a gauntlet here. Let's go over his articulation, which will be quick. His head can swivel left and right. This arm only has a swivel in the elbow, and it does have knotted ratchets for the elbow that can get about a 90-degree bend in it, and his wrist does rotate. The same joint is going on in his right arm, a little less ratchety, but it's there, and he does have the swivel in the wrist. There is a waist swivel, and there is any more articulation in this figure. I am unsure. I'm trying to turn. There is a slight turn here in this foot, and I'm guessing there is one above the boot cut in that, but moving that, grabbing the spikes, it actually is leaving imprints on my finger trying to turn that. There's no articulation of the foot, and there's that one peg hole in the bottom for the display stand. We haven't had a Spawn figure in, like I said, a very long time, and I was a huge Spawn collector. I've been disappointed not having any Spawn for a while. I've been disappointed in Mcfarlane altogether with the Halo line dropping, and I was heavily invested in that Halo line, so this is the first Mcfarlane figure that I've bought in quite a while. I'll try and add some pics of my Mcfarlane Spawn collection at the end of the video, if I can remember. These spikes are really sharp all over the figure. It's crazy. But they're well done. I'll try and compare them to a few of the other figures here that I have of Spawn. The only other Spawn that I have out really right now is the Christmas Spawn. That's the hamburger face. That's the face that would be similar to the variant the Toys R Us is supposed to have. It would resemble this kind of face there. And I also have I believe this was the 10th anniversary Spawn. He has real metal chains, a lot more posability. I have him sitting up on his cross here. If you can get in there, you can see the chain and all the spikes. Very posable Spawn, but he has a red chest going on in there. Some instead of like the current one here, it's just all black, but the white stripes are there. This Spawn does lack the gauntlet piece that is on his forearm. This is just straight up armage, but a nice Spawn to display on the stand there. Put those off to the side. Back to this guy. let's put some weapons on him. I believe it is meant to put the big gun, has to go in this hand. So he does have a finger in there that you can get, wedge it down. It's really tight. It's one thing, Mcfarlane, the plastic is not forgivable and can easily snap. Many Spawn figures that have broken over the time, but finally got that in there for display. I don't know why you hold your gun like that. I'm trying to look at the back of the box to make it look similar, but he does have the gun up to the side like that. He rotates his wrist a little bit. It's a little flimsy in that elbow joint. You can lock it in. Then his other gun, which might not fit so easily into his left hand, to get it in and rotate it. He's not making this easy. It's a really sharp figure too. To pry open his fingers a little bit. That worked. And he does grip it. A little work, you can get him in there. And then that's how he's displayed exactly on the back of the box. The back of the box does show the weapons, or at least this weapon, in a little silver compared to the actual black wash that we've gotten on it. But he does sit on his stand also. Plug that in. He stands fine enough without the stand, but sometimes Spawn figures don't stand very well. They're only meant to be stood in one position, and if you don't hit that right position, then it's tough luck. I like this gun a little closer, maybe resting there. And then this gun isn't even, he's just holding the guns. He's not even ready to fire them. Spawn, his weapons. Anyway, I do like it. Like I said, there's a lot more actual detail. I'm guessing he resembles this a little bit more in his current comics. I've actually kind of stopped getting Spawn comics. I started up once Al Simmons came back as being Spawn, and then shortly fell out of love again with it. So not sure what Mcfarlane's got going on with Spawn. I know he's working on that movie. He's trying to force that M-rated or R-rated movie. Thanks to Deadpool, he's been hard at work at that. He's got nice pouches on there. Like I said, the rubbery chain. I like the cape. It's got nice molded in detail. I do have a blotch right here. Thankfully that's on the back. The collar looks fantastic. The bottom ruffles look fantastic. The detail on them is fantastic, actually. And that is what you normally get out of a Mcfarlane figure anyway, so I probably won't pick up the variant if I find it. This will again probably be the only Spawn figure I buy for the next good little while, unless he comes out with some highly articulated Spawn figure that he seems to hate articulation in his figures. He doesn't want to see the joints. He's like, if I can put a cut here, I've seen an interview of him talking, if I can put a cut here, I'll put a cut there. If I can put a cut hiding the cut, I'll put a cut here. This will move, that'll move. All the typical things that don't need to move, because once you move them, then they're off center and you get the ledge look. There's like, it's meant to be there, it's not meant to be there, because then the veins don't line up, the throat doesn't line up, arms don't line up. There's absolutely no reason to even put it. These are mini statues basically. So that's my rant, I guess, about Spawn, about Mcfarlane. Honestly, he needs to start making some action figures. I would love a 6-inch Marvel Legend scale Spawn figure. Here he is, to 6-inch Ghost Rider. If we can take him off his stand and give a quick measurement here. He does stand a little bit taller than the 6-inch Marvel, 6.5-inch Marvel Legends, because Ghost Rider stands at like 6 3/4 with the top of his hair, and Spawn at the top of his head stands at about, what do we got, 7 1/4 inches. So a little larger, but he could have been a taller person anyway. So that's my review on Mcfarlane's Blue Top series, blue color top series Spawn figure. You again can find it at Freakshow Comics. It is the only place that I've seen it, and $25 I feel is a reasonable price for this figure. He is just going to stand on your shelf anyway. So this is Bumblebee 85 saying, enjoy the play.
Okay everyone, take your places. We're going to try and do this in one take. We're way too high in the take count. So get in your spots and let's do this. Spawn Volume 2. Take 47-ish. Big action scene coming up. Action.
Okay, cut. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling like this is big enough action. I need something more.
I hear you, Spawn. I've got just the thing. Dramatic lighting. It'll boost this action scene over the top.
Yeah, I always look better with dramatic lighting. It's how Mcfarlane sells us all on the back of this packaging.
Okay, here we go again. Still in the take 47-ishes. Get ready. Lights out. And action.
This is for you, Wanda. Oh yeah, this movie's already way better than the first one.
Cut. That's a wrap.